Joining us on the show today, very special show. We have Draymond Green on the show. Thank you so much for joining the show, Draymond.
Thanks, Jacoby, for having me. Jalen, appreciate
Back
you having me.
Pride. Who are we?
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Draymond, we have some breaking news today. The Nuggets have closed their facility due to multiple coronavirus positive tests. There's about 16 players out of the 302 that were tested positive. How much concern is there about the virus in this bubble? And if you were going to go, would you go?
If I were going to go, yeah, I would go. Just, to have the opportunity to play basketball. And saying that, I think, there's a ton of concern, not only inside the bubble, but, in the country. We've seen cases explode once again. So, it's not just the NBA. Obviously, that's what we're all focused on because that's our, our daily lives until us going to play basketball. But, this is a countrywide problem. It's not just in the bubble.
Day-Day, the NBA is going to put Black Lives Matter on each of the courts that the players are going to be performing on. The players are going to also be able to put personal messages on their jerseys. What are your thoughts on that, and do you feel like that's enough?
Well, it's never enough. There's been issues going on regarding Black lives for, hundreds of years, so it's never enough. But it's a step in the right direction, and I think, I always rave about Commissioner Adam Silver, and how great he is and how supportive he is of the athletes. Obviously, there's no secret that, the majority of players in the NBA are black athletes, and so, it's always appreciated that we get that support from the league, and I think that's a step in the right direction. But, you can't say it's enough, just because of where we are as a culture.
Absolutely. Systematic racism does permeate throughout corporate America, which filters down through the NBA. If you were going to put a message on a jersey, what would you put? And also, if there are certain policies going forward that you hope the NBA would look to implement as it relates to the climate that we're dealing with right now, what are some of the things you would like to see done?
I'm not sure what my message would be on my jersey because I haven't had to think about that because I won't have a jersey anytime soon. But I think it would, possibly be a cause that I support, organization that's pushing a cause forward that I'm supporting. And as far as the NBA goes, I think we need to continue to see more black executives. We need to continue to see more black head coaches. We need to continue to see more black owners, owning teams in this league. I think, when you look at the landscape, like I said before, there are predominantly black athletes, really pushing this league forward. But yet there's, one black person in ownership of a team. There may be a few GMs, and I know that number is starting to grow. A few black head coaches, those numbers need to move forward. The athletes, that's fine. We're going to continue to be great in that space, but we need those other positions to move forward with more blacks as well.
That's a great point. Now, Draymond, I think you're going to have a long NBA career, but I know there's a really long and lucrative media career waiting for you after you're retired if you want it. So I'm going to get you started early. Jalen has the Clippers winning the championship in the bubble. I have the Lakers winning the championship in the bubble. Who is your title favorite right now?
I think going into the season and all season long, the Clippers were the favorite. Just when you look at their team, I think they have someone that checks every box, from a defender, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Patrick Beverly. When you're talking great size, Kawhi, Paul George, Marcus Morris, they check all the boxes. They can match up with any team well. And, they have shooting. They have Montrez down low. They have everything that you need to win a championship. However, I think, going into this bubble, the Lakers got to be the favorite because, they got LeBron, and that he can kind of adjust to anything. And I think he's probably the most disciplined player we've ever seen in the NBA. And that's going to matter going into this bubble. And so I think, having LeBron on your team going into this bubble gives you a slight advantage.
Three-time champion. Do you feel like this season will have an asterisk based on everything we're dealing with in the climate and having to go through the bubble in order to determine the champion?
I think it will, just because, everyone will always say, well, such and such got this amount of championships, but he also got that one, the one where COVID was going on. So I think it'll definitely have an asterisk by it. But in saying that, when you look up in the record books, it's not going to have an asterisk next to it. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I mean, public perception, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, that's all someone's opinion. But when you look in those record books, it's going to say a champion, and it won't have an asterisk by it. So it is what it is.
A year ago today.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jacoby. A year ago today, Kevin Durant decided that he was going to play basketball in Brooklyn. He left the Golden State Warriors. How motivated are you guys to get back to a championship level like you were pre-KD?
I mean, we're always motivated to, try to win championships, whether that's with KD or whether it's not. There's no added motivation, with him leaving. We're competitors, we're champions, and we're going to continue to try to raise our level of play to that level in order to finish what we started. And that started before KD, so it's not like, we need to kind of rally around this whole notion of KD's not here anymore. Like, we know what it takes to win a championship, and that's what we're going to rally around.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.